College life. Cancelled trains, broken down buses, depleted attendance, meal deals and clogged toilets. The very heart of a student's education, the values we seek and the learning which will take us forward. Today we will discover the various students' experiences with college and how it's taken their next steps. I'm Will Campbell and this is today's story. Is college the stepping stones into adulthood, or rather a bloated release of collated information? Now we had our reporters as the college students of the CCI building which holds our studio. Mabel Davey has the information.
Many know Exeter for its landmarks, history and great shops, but to many it's known for its terrible transport. We've spoken to some Exeter College students on their opinions.
I get the bus.
Take the train.
Train.
I get the train.
Car.
So sometimes the bus doesn't show up, or there's been crashes on the road, so it can be late. It's often late.
Train sometimes late and crowded.
Just get so packed, especially at like specific times, and they'll sometimes only use like 2 carriages, and so it's like people can't even get onto the train sometimes.
I have missed a few days of college because of it, actually. Quite a few.
Yeah, it's fairly.
A few times, yeah.
Well, I think they could be a bit more lenient with when you're late in. You can't always help it.
Putting up more online work.
Put up like more online work and be a bit more sympathetic to the people that can't come in. But yeah, especially because like the weather as well. My train, like even today, it's cancelled, and so it's so weather dependent because it goes over like some bridges. Because sometimes they'll be like, "Well, you're half an hour late," and it's like, "Well, I tried my best. I can't actually come in."
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now today we are joined with a very special guest, James Matthew Stroud, a college lecturer here at Exeter College.
Hello, hi.
Hello James. What do you think is the most difficult process of a student involving courses, university, etc.?
I think university is really tough. I think generally it's, I've been teaching for well over 20 years, and every couple of years I get it's the sort of the joy and the pain of helping people make these decisions. And I think every stage is quite difficult. Firstly, deciding whether you want to go and whether it's the best thing for you and if it's the right thing you need. Then balancing out how much it's going to cost versus whether the benefit will actually pay for that and whether it's worth doing that. And then after that, you've got the whole process of actually trying to work out where it is you want to go, which course you want to do, whether you specialise, whether you keep it broad and general, and then if you want to be in a city, in a campus, and loads of decisions that need to be made. And I think it's probably the single biggest decision that most 17, 18-year-olds will be asked to make in their life up to that point. And you're sort of, you're setting your life on a certain trajectory after that, and you're saying, I'm going to do this or not, and it's a really big one to make, and it's we're looking at, not to mention the debt, but we're looking at probably 70,000, 80,000 pounds. It's a hell of a lot of money, and a big decision to make at 17, 18, 19 years old. So
do you think a lot of students struggle with the process of moving on from here to?
I think it's a brilliant question whether they struggle with it. I think most students are excited. That sense of I'm moving on, and that next step and leaving. You definitely get people that are nervous about going. I think probably everyone's nervous, but I think if learners are well advised, so if like we're doing our jobs and family and friends, if we're all doing a good job, then people make a good decision, and you sort of hopefully don't look back. And like a few years later, you're like, oh, college was all right, I quite like that, but you're too busy with uni or the job that you're doing. I think so. Hopefully we get it right and people feel good about what they're going to do. But again, it's a big decision, and it takes, you know what it's like, we've been in class and we've talked about it endlessly for the last 2 or 3 months, and we probably need to need to keep talking about it too, just to make sure we're doing it right.
Do you think personal statements are obviously quite
personal statements?
People dread them, don't they?
Yeah, so personal statements, I think they're supposed to be hard, and I think they're probably useful for putting some people off from uni. If you're put off from going to uni because you have to write a personal statement, probably uni was a bad decision at that point for you, so it's not the end of the world. But also it's just really hard to like boil down you and your 18 years of your life into a page of A4. It just seems ridiculous. So I don't mind them, and I think they're a good thing that people have to write them, and it's good to take seriously your uni, but I hate the idea that people are going to be rejected from university based on this one page, which just seems a bit harsh to me. I think it's probably good that you have to fill it in, but if people are judged on it too harshly, that seems a bit unfair.
How many students of the students that you teach and also the people on the course, how many do you think actually make it to the uni that they want to?
I would say on the UAL creative media courses, I would say the vast majority, and by that I mean like more than 95% of people get into their first choice of uni.
Okay.
I think I think that comes from being well trained, but it also means that hopefully we're giving good advice about where you should be applying.
Yeah.
So if somebody studying media wants to suddenly go and study history at Oxford,
Yeah.
we'd be like, hold on, like
That's
that probably isn't going to happen, and it might happen, but you'd need to do this instead. So it's sort of good advice, but also if you're confident and you're making a good application, then you should get into your first choice. You know, if you're good and we're promoting you, you absolutely should. And I think the vast majority will get into their first choice if they want to go. Because sometimes the process, you go for a first choice, you go for an interview and you actually hate it. And my own lived experience when I was studying was that my first choice, I really didn't enjoy the experience of being interviewed. And I think in the end, I ended up going to like my fourth choice. And I went there under duress thinking, I don't want to do this, this is a waste of my time. And in the end, I actually really liked it and learned a lot about it, so it was good. But I think the important thing is to make sure that young people are well advised, but also given the chance to make the decisions themselves. It's your money, you know, it's your future as well.
It's a hard decision to try and get right, and it's not always going to be never an easy one. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We haven't got much time left, so that is, thanks for joining us. That is Roy Campbell signing off. Thank you very much.